Hi, I'm Kurt Mandu, and I got another sale for you. I hate to get rid of it, but it's gotta go. Got back problems. It's my little baby. It's a 2011 RXT 260 IS. It's the 3-cylinder like they all are, 4 valves in each cylinder, and it has a supercharger on it, which increases the horsepower. Also, remember that on the upper models with the more horsepower, they add in the intercooler, so that cools the air as it goes into the system. It's also the IS, which means this whole top section here floats up and down. It's got a holds it there, and it holds it here in the back as it rises up. When you start up, it's going to start low, and as you increase your speed, it's automatically going to raise you up, and then it'll start floating. But this model, you can also override that. You can go into manual mode like the wife does. She don't like being high up too much, and so she likes to run it lower, so you can kind of pick and choose whatever you want. That's in really good shape. I never beached the thing. I always have my little buoy, which I'll include, and I just anchor, and then I just tie and let it float right offshore. You can see the hull is all real nice shape. And also, this is like the limited edition model, only we like this color, so we dropped out. But I also added in the sounder on it, so you know what the depth gauge is and how deep the water you're in. Also, a lot of people don't know about it. You can also add in the X package module into it. I added in the X package module. That'll give me my actual engine temperature. It can come up on display. I'll show you how the display works in a little bit. You know, it'll have the lap and how far the distance and all the bells and whistles then. So it's kind of like the limited now, just you don't have the anchor bag and all that junk they give you with it. But this Wave Runner Yellow, as we like, is you could be out 2 miles on the water and you still be seen. That's what I do like about it. Also, it's on an aluminum trailer. I didn't want it. It has the galvanized wheels and yeah, but everything else it's galvanized or aluminum trailer, which I want. I'll never corrode on the trailer itself. And also on it, when it pivots here, the boards pivot, so every time you come in, it'll always place just right. Won't set your Wave Runner kind of goofy. Then in the back, it also has the braking system on it. So anytime you hit the brake, the back flap goes down and holds the water and stops you. Very nice. Probably one of the nicest features that I like on it. It also has your VTS, your IS adjustment, your trim, all the modes. It has a cruise control. But cruise control is not what people think. You don't set it and run. You always have to have your hand on the throttle. It's just that you can pull it all the way in and set whatever speed you want on it. Also, you can set it for cruising if you're going up a river and you got to go slow up the river. Your hand gets slow from holding it halfway. So you can pull it all the way in and only do like 5 miles an hour. It's a real nice feature. I mean, just the seat itself alone is real nice. And here, let me show you on the inside. We can open this up. And if you'll see in here, this is the actual bottom part of the Wave Runner. This is the part that's stationary. You can literally go in the water, splash all around. If water gets in here, it just goes back right on out. So if you're light on, I mean, eventually water would seep in somewhere and get into the engine, but you don't get it in the actual engine itself. So you don't have to flush the engine you flush the intake. This has a closed cooling system, so it never uses ocean water or salt water or lake water. Lake water is really bad too for it. It adds like almost like a brackish in it too, in the waters, which chemicals really heaves up on the dries out the seals too. But to get to the engine, you have to take this top cover off. And you slide it out, and there's the actual engine inside here. So this part will rise up and rise down with the suspension, but the water never really gets in there. And then your oil and your check your valve and all the basic fundamentals. Over here is your antifreeze. So one thing I do like about it, when you get on this model versus the non-IS model, this one will run a lot quieter. My friend has one and his was so clunky and noisy. This one, because it's an engine's inside and then it has this other part on top which makes it even like a sound barrier. But it's a very nice machine. I really like it a lot. And it's going to be on eBay in about a week, probably listed on like Sunday night. I just want to get this on YouTube so people can see it, get a good idea of what it's like and who I am. I paid almost like $16,000 for it, and I'll be starting to bid a lot lower actually. And I still have a 1-year warranty on it, so if you have any problem, you know, people don't like to spend big money and not sure what they're getting, but if the warranty's good till all next year yet. It's good till like July, so you got about a year from now. It's still good for the best warranty, is what they call it. And any kind of problems, you just take it in. And you know, this thing has been running superb. Just put a brand new battery in. Every 3 years I change out the batteries. But this battery, you know, it starts up, does real good. And if you're interested, you know, look for it on eBay in about a week. Alright, so from sunny Florida, I'm gonna show you all the electronics here on the, you know, instrumentation, what's included in. Some people always want to know how it shows and how it displays. So I'll show you that display. And alright, here I just want to show you a little bit about the dash. You got to hit the button first, let it go through its system check, and push in the key. You get 2 beeps on it. So I want to show you some of the modes down here. That's the temperature, and you got 48 hours on the engine, then your speedometer and stuff. And you go into mode, you can go through the different modes in the thing, and it'll come back to screen. Like if you go in the lap, you can scan through, count all your laps when you go around buoys, how quick you can do it, and then set it and remember it. Also, you can go into mode and set your trim with 2 pre-programmed ones, so when you come out of one, you can just zip right to it. Then you got the display. It won't show the depth finder because it's not running. And you'll have your RPMs, your speed. There'll be your engine temp. Right now it's 102 outside, and the temperature, the sun's just beating on it for right now. And then you just go through you can go then down into the fuel economy. Tells you how much fuel you're going to use. Fuel consumption. It'll be like distance to empty, how far I can go on this tank going at this speed, how many miles can I go with this much fuel left in at this one speed. So it keeps you out there and keeps you going. It's also a VTS mode for your presets. And your key mode, you can set your learning key to different settings. There's also a mode in here when you're cleaning it, you go into it and it'll raise the backup so you can spray in with your water. Just wanted to give a little overview, because over here on my left, this is the trim, which you can see down here. Let you know on the dash where your trim is at. There, now it's right in the middle. The IS is right here at the top. Now you should be hearing it now. It's raising us up. It's got an electric motor in there. Now we're way up, and you can go as it goes down now, little by little, because I'm in manual mode, and you can see where I'm setting it. Because sometimes people want to ride it all the way down. They're a little more aerodynamic down instead of high and cushy luxury ride. They want to get that sport mode, so you can override the IS system. And then your handles are here on the right. Just hit it and then it'll go in. It won't show you now because it's not running, but it'll say forward. Just hold it back, then it automatically goes into reverse, and if you just let it out, it goes back into neutral.
And if you're raised up on the IS and you come to a stop after about 20 seconds, it's automatically, for safety, going to lower you down. All right, that's about all for the cruise controls here, like on your right and different. There's so many buttons and whistles on this thing. I really like it. And you can also adjust your steering up and down. Thank you.
Yeah, I like to talk a little bit about the storage on this thing. In the front, because of the IS system, all you have is the box. To open it up, you just grab these on both sides. Then you got your box right in here. You just open these little flaps and then the box comes out. If you look in here, there's nothing, because this part here has to go up and down. So if you put something in here, it's going to get smashed up and everything, and it'll just go right up out the side. Only thing you can carry in the front is this box. Then all you do is put it back in. It snaps in. Then you open it up, and then you got the storage in there. Then you also have, make sure these pins are up when you close it, so it locks in. Then in the back, okay, here in the back we have storage, and on the IS model they had to do a little ingenuity because of the suspension going up and down. On the non-IS, all you have is a little compartment. On this, you have to open these up like this. There's a little shock absorber here, what do you want to call it, holds it up. Then this side is real deep. You got some good storage down here. We put the anchor and everything down here, and then on the other side is your fire extinguisher and a couple other little things. And they say it's watertight. It does so-so. But you know, when you dump this thing underwater, it's, you know, really. And that's about it. Also a reminder that every time we brought this wave runner back, we never beached it out there. You can see how clean it is underneath. And the wife, all the time, we always use soap and water special for it. So we cleaned it all down, and then the next day, after it dries down, I usually wax it, keep a nice shine on this thing. Also, in parts of the engine, I use a special corrosive or a lubricant. I'll spray that, the trailer, the rear ends. That's just if there is water anywhere, a little tiny little hole, it absorbs it up. It's like almost like a spray wax or grease, a lubricant, and everything on it. Also, one thing on this, which makes it good whether you're in salt water or not, is the steering here. That's the only cable on the machine. All these other controls that are fly-by-wire, there's no cables in here. All electronically goes into the system, and it'll absorb it. Also, there's no speed wheel in the back on the back. This has a built-in GPS. And when you have it on, it'll always show on the dash in green as like a satellite. Your speed that you see is always off a satellite all the time. If you go under a bridge or under, it's going to just memorize what you were at until you come out. You won't even notice the difference. When you add the signal, you're done. Really nice. No more playing around with that stupid ass thing in the back, you know, wires and crap like that. So that's one thing I did like about this thing. And, you know, and this cable still, you can tell how easy it steers. That's well lubricated yet. So, very nice machine.